Hello and welcome to the Off Script Podcast. That's right, this is the first episode with us having a new name.
Yeah.
It's kind of a big deal. As always, I'm your host, Logan Candy. Joining me is the Hispanic Hercules himself, Josh Meadows.
What's up?
Wyatt Wewell.
Let's go Blackhawks.
And Zach Griggs.
Hey guys.
He actually had something to say this time.
Figured I changed up,
Surprise.
New name, new me.
So, we're going to be doing something a little different. I touched on it a little bit in our announcement video that we just put up. But we're going to be splitting into segments. And this week, I'm going to be going first. So, what I have done is I have gathered 2 news stories that I want to tell you all about. This first news story, this is the headline. Amid California drought, Los Angeles Water Department waters fake grass.
What?
What?
Amid California drought, Los Angeles Water Department, the water department that's in charge of the water,
The water.
Hence the water department.
is watering their own fake grass.
Please continue to read because I need to know the
We need
actual
more.
details.
Give me quotes.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power is trying to set an example on how to reduce water during the drought, right?
Yeah.
So what they've decided
Reduce
to do
water
is,
use.
reduce water use, obviously.
Droughts reducing water.
But what they decide to do to handle the situation is they purchased fake grass, like AstroTurf, and put it all in front of all their buildings. So what they decided to do was, and they're like, yeah, no, we're not watering the grass. You're right, they're not watering the grass. But they're using sprinklers that turn on and go for a few minutes every now and again to, and I quote, keep the grass looking fresh
What?
and shiny so it looks nice.
That's the stupidest thing ever.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Trill dumb.
Enough said.
Yeah, I think we can just move on and accept how stupid the Los Angeles Department of Water is.
Yeah.
And then something else is that I brought, which is super interesting, and I'm surprised that I feel like Zach definitely has heard about it. I don't know about you two because Josh hadn't heard about it. But a few years ago, 2010, the Arizona police released a law that allowed them to stop any immigrant or foreign-looking person
They thought was an immigrant.
and be like, hey, prove you're a U.S. citizen. And if you can't, they're like, okay, come with us.
Pretty much it's like the Nazis in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Papers, please! Papers! No, you can't just do that. This is America.
So actually, and I thought for some weird reason, imagine that sometime during the past 6 years, before now, this had been turned over. No, this law just got turned over within the past week.
Really?
Can't believe it.
Yes.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It was
this
when
article
the
was
story
written
was posted,
yesterday.
yeah.
I don't know that actually happened yesterday.
I have actually followed this case slightly. Apparently not as closely as I thought. But I believe there was an injunction or something placed on it by a federal judge several years ago that stopped it from taking effect or stopped it from being enforced. I'm probably wrong on that.
Well, they said it's just now put an end to the policy. It had
wow.
been effect.
Really?
Yeah, it had been in effect, and this had been going on for apparently the past 6 years.
Wow, I thought it had been stopped. That is ridiculous.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
the past 6
Can't
years.
believe it.
So Donald Trump is buying his new summer home in Arizona, is what I'm gathering. Or it was.
Was, but he's
was.
not now.
Okay, now he's
Or
moving
he
out.
probably already had it, and now he's selling it off the market.
He has to get out of there now that they're taking this off.
And one more article that I read about, apparently,
2 = 3.
did I say
Johnson
2?
Yeah.
I meant 3. Well, the third one was in my back pocket, just in case.
Oh, okay.
But there are these stations, these vending machines in Sydney, Australia, that if you take and dispose of plastic bottles or like tin cans or whatever, aluminum cans, they actually give you food vouchers and like bus tickets and train tickets in exchange for this. Yeah.
Just awesome.
We get a nickel.
So it's
For
like
like a
they're
shopping
actually trying to encourage people to recycle, whereas here in the United States they're like, yeah, if you go get one of our special blue boxes and then you separate your recycling into 3 different categories and put it in this blue box, we might come and get it and we might recycle it. Who knows? I don't know what we're going to do with it.
It's only if you pick out, the 2 numbers out of 15 that are recyclable on the plastic.
And you have to wrap like newspapers in twine for them to pick up like crazy ridiculous things.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been driving in Knoxville multiple times, and a lot of the places are just covered in trash. I mean, there's like no incentive to just go out and pick up trash unless you, A, are serving community service as punishment to pick up trash, or B, you are doing it as your job. And so we need an incentive here to do that, and I think it's good that Australia is.
Yeah, I agree.
against that.
I think it's a lot better than a lot of countries do for recycling.
Yeah, I think it's awesome.
I want to know how this is going to work, though, economically.
What do you mean?
Because a plastic bottle isn't worth a bus ticket. Like, it's not worth
No,
the same.
but I mean, I think if you give them one plastic bottle, they're not like, here. I think it's like you take your
take a bunch
actual
of this?
recycling
Okay.
that you would normally take somewhere else, and they give you something in exchange for it.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yes.
It's weight-based or something.
Yes, I'm sure there's more to the story than
Oh, plastic bottle?
Plastic
Here's food.
bottle.
Yeah.
Thanks. I'm gonna go get a hot dog. Whatever,
And imagine in a city where a lot of people have to ask for money for a bus ticket or food or something. Imagine if in said city where there's a lot of trash on the ground, if people are taking and picking up the trash and turning it in for
That's
a bus
true.
ticket, they're going to
Fair.
save a lot of money
Yeah.
cleaning up that trash and making everything look nicer if people are already doing
Yeah,
it.
like
for themselves.
in parking lots and things, all the time you just see trash, like cans and things out in the parking lot. If we had that, people might think, you know what, I'll go get some cans, take it, and I got my bus ticket to work or whatever.
Yeah.
But America has a crappy public transportation system anyways.
We really do. And in a lot of cities, public transportation is something that is either non-existent or just loses money.
Yeah.
And it's like just supported by the local government. So in this system, you are imparting more expense on the local government unless these things are privatized, which they might be. I don't know if it's like a private. Words are hard. What's that thing like?
Company?
Relationship. Private company that has a relationship with the city, saying where this helps our profits. We will help you guys out. We'll
Gotcha,
purchase bus
gotcha.
tickets.
Yeah.
But I don't think that just saying City of Knoxville puts these. They're owned by City of Knoxville, operated by City of Knoxville. That's not going to help the CAT system get any less crappy than it already is.
Right.
Is the CAT system bad? I have no idea about
I
it.
think it's relatively okay,
Yeah.
but mostly pretty bad.
Okay.
It's public transportation.
I mean, I see
Yeah.
the buses. I'm not even sure what exactly they're good for.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been on a CAT bus. If they're anything like the HRT buses in Hampton Roads, they're awful. But I don't know.
Hampton Roads Transportation?
Hampton Roads Transit.
Transit.
Huh.
Same word.
I'd like to follow this story because studies have shown throughout the years that areas and cities and neighborhoods where there's a lot of pollution, people just respect the neighborhood less, and there's more crime. Usually, it's caused by more poverty. I saw it in New York when we took a field trip last spring to New York. We were in a city, and the people that lived in Mount Vernon, right outside of New York, hated Mount Vernon. They asked us, "Why are you here? Why are you in this place?"
Really?
People didn't want to live there. They were stuck there, and the result was there was lots of pollution, lots of poverty, lots of gun violence. We asked people what we should pray for, and they said, pray to stop the gun violence here. It's everywhere. And so it's in these neighborhoods where people don't give a crap about where they live because it's trashy. People are impoverished, they're struggling, and they can't get out. And so I think something like this, where people are encouraged to clean up neighborhoods, I think it could help in the morale.
Yeah.
For some places.
Well, I guess that's the thing, right? Like, it's kind of a bad system where if it starts getting, say, one family moves in and they're kind of trashy or whatever, and the property value is going to go down just from that one family.
Yeah.
So then it's going to attract another family that might be kind of trashy, and then it's going to go further down, and it's just going to keep going down until something changes. Like, it's not...
And this isn't classist against
No,
people in these
no.
neighborhoods. It's just an observable cycle.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It
That
is.
if you see a place that's dirty, your first reaction is not, let me clean that up. It's probably,
Exactly.
oh, I can just throw my trash here. Okay.
Yeah.
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 And
Yeah.
something like this could shake up that system or that cycle. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I applaud Australia for their strides.
Good job, Australia.
Yeah. Don't throw your trash in the city or
Doing
anywhere but a
Save the
trash
cute
can.
owlbears.
Yep.
Yeah.
They need the eucalyptus because everybody else hates it. So give it to them.
All right. Anything else on any of that? That's all I had to say.
I think we are good on the news.
All right.
Good on the news.